with the lights all on for the lights now as we look for all of those reds, and when the reds go out we go racing. That's exactly what we got. Very good start there from Scott Moyer. Fantastic break off the line for Scott. That was a great run, and maybe the advantage to go for number one, or will it be in fact back to yes, it will be because Sloane's going to drop back there. So it is the start from Scott Moyer. What a great run from the Taupo man, Scotty Moyer away. And we watched last weekend the Suzuki team's excitement with his run for the glory, and there he goes once again, and already to see the second place there with Mitch at the moment, and then to do some harder work. Look at that from Hayden, wow, right up there as well to go. And then I think it's going to be Sloane Frost who's back in fourth place. He talked before in the interview about getting a great start. He did not get a good start on that occasion, so he's certainly got some work to do. And Spider Staples, Spider having the main control here up in the commentary box today as we go trackside. And Spider, what a fantastic start for this race, but the whole day and over 40 degrees of heat out there. We're going to peel some rubber in this race.
Oh, I remember seeing it was Lee Johnson there off the second row, pulled right over there. He was on the outside on the second row. He pulled right over the white line there. Between there, there's only about 30 centimetres there, and charge up. Lee Johnson's the man on the letter L bike there. Same number as Lucanelli running the Marlborough Series.
Oh, who's that outside the plastic markers? He'd gone. What had happened there? Oh, Scott Moyer, some real drama there. He was on the outside of those bags. Now, I don't know what had happened. He's way out in the almost the kitty litter what it was before. In fact, if that was the old Manfeild, he'd be down in the dirt, Spider.
Yeah, I possibly missed a gear in that and pulled over to the side, but I was going back to Lee Johnson there in second place. He's got the fluorescent helmet. He's won the Isle of Man TT, so Honda out the front, Mitch Rees. Now, Mitch was a midfielder towards the front last year. Bang, last weekend he came out. It was father and son leading the race, and they matched to the hundreds, the thousands of a second in the lap time. But right now, where is Dad? Dad's back there in 2, 4th, 6th, 5th place there. Mitch running the number 6 on the Honda Rider Insurance machine. Tony running the number 1, last year's New Zealand Superbike champion, and what a legend of motorcycle. Almost identical except for numbers and the number of candles on their birthday cakes, Neil.
Well, indeed it is, and I'm just looking out there at the moment for that run coming from Lee Johnson. This man from Ireland, folks, get to know him here today. Very personal. You'll catch him in the Team Suzuki garage here by the big Suzuki yellow race team truck, and you'll catch up with why this guy loves so much about racing. And I'll tell you what, only a pint-sized jockey at that. And look at this, the second place, his first ever trip to New Zealand here at Manfeild Circuit, Chris Amon. And he's on fire here today with that electrifying placing as we still look to Mitch Rees. Mitch has got that advantage. See that? It's about 8, maybe 10 bike lengths. It's a nice advantage that he's got as he takes control of this field in the early stages at the moment. This is Suzuki Formula 1 racing. Mitch Rees in front as we go back then to Lee Johnson. Try Daniel Medham, Sloane Frost, Tony Rees, Hayden Fitzgerald. Look to Al Hoogie. We're going all the way back to Scott Moyer in a 9th place. A 9th place for the man who won both of them, who was looking comfortable, sounding comfortable. Talked to him earlier today. He was feeling good about Manfeild as well. But when you're back in 9th place, Spider, that's going to be a hard challenge to get back to the podium.
Yeah, what's happening with Lee Johnson there? Back at about 4th place. He was right up there in second. Oh, going to change a position for the lead. That is Dan Medham. Dan Medham on the 34 machine. Went up on the inside of Mitch Rees on Higgins, about the same age. Dan Medham had his 21st this year. You'll know how old Mitch is, Neil.
In fact, he's up to 24 now, so he's got a slight advantage.
All right, they're coming onto the front straight. Suzuki, Honda, and then we go to Suzuki. Where is Lee Johnson there in 4th place? So it's a drag to the line here at the moment. 10 lap race here. Dan Medham, number 34, courtesy of Coleman's K Road. Had his first New Zealand Superbike Championship win last year. To be fair, it was only half a race, but he crossed the line in one of those restarted races. He had a win here, I think, at the Suzuki Series. Oh, we got someone down there. That is... I think that's Tony Rees. Tony Rees has gone down at turn 1. Not having a good day, Tony Rees. He is up. That is at Toyota corner. Tony Rees out of the action there as we go into the hairpin. 34, followed by number 6. And then it will be 2 Sloane Frost.
I think it's the Sloane who's got up there. And now all of a sudden Johnson, for being as high as 2nd place, has just gone back to 4th place. I think he had a little bit of trouble on a couple of the corners. So maybe just not quite feeling the same. Maybe the tyres or the track conditions. Probably hasn't raced in this heat for some time. Even a good day at the Isle of Man's not as hot as we got here at Manfeild today with track temperatures at over 40 degrees. But look at this from young Dan Medham, our 2 young guns showing us which way's the leading way here. As Sloane Frost did exactly what he was doing in that qualifier. He went to 5th place. Then it was 4.321 before he finally got the fastest time of the day. So great start to watch him going so well out here. So keep your eyes on him back in 3rd place. See that peeling up on the inside? Beautiful line on the inside. And he's right there with Rees at the moment. So he's going with Marty Mitchell as they head down the corner. The yellow, light yellow flag going there for Tony, who's moved to the outside. In fact, I think he's almost out of the way. We could probably take that yellow out of it this time. So great work by Tony to get himself out of the way and literally now leave it to the young guns as we watch it. Potentially a change coming back. Yes, Mitch Reeves. Mitch up on the inside. Oh, beautiful work by Mitchell. Mitch Reeves regains it. He held it before. Looked to have pulled a buffer. He was 8 to 10 bike lengths out there. But now all of a sudden we see that it's the update from Dan Meadham, and now going back to Dan as we watch somebody else. I think Al Hoogie was it maybe have just gone back into the pits.
Al Hoogie, I think it was number 7 there. Number 7 possibly. Or 12, maybe Livio Zampero. It wasn't Al Hoogie on the M1 Motorsport.
Okay,
change of position was that. Back into the lead there for 34, Dan Meadham. He stretches that Suzuki up down the back straight. Third place is reeling them in. That is Sloane Frost reeling them in. Up into second place. It's a braking duel, but Mitch Rees outbreaks Sloane Frost into the big go media corner. They come onto the front straight. 6, 7 superbikes there, all within probably 0.5 of a second. Mitch Rees takes a wide line coming down the front straight, changes it up the inside. Here comes Sloane Frost through into second place. Dan Meadham still leads into turn 1. Toyota corner here for the 2017 Suzuki Series.
Now with a great run there by Mitch Rees at the moment because he's dabbed that second place back. Remember he went up on the inside of Castrol last time. He'd love to do the same as we lined it up for the S's. He knows how well he went here. Will he ever dab up on the inside? No, he doesn't. Still to be left with that front runner with Dan Meadham. So Dan Meadham, Mitch Rees, Sloane Frost in there. Lee Johnson, that bright helmet we can still see there. Commentator's dream. He's tucked into the hairpin with a lovely 4th place on the scorching summer's day here at Manfeild Circuit. Chris Amon in round 2 of the Suzuki Series. 1, 2, 3. That bit of a gap back to 4, 5, 6, 7. You can really take that only it's that top 7. And Scott Murray has joined that group. I'll tell you what, Glenn Scatchell, the next man in the field. Now this is Scatchy, a relatively inexperienced F1 rider, but hey, when you're at the front of F3, when you're at the front of Post Classic, and you're on some quality machinery, he knows how to lead. He's got racecraft, no two ways about that. And to run in a very good 8th place in a high class, high caliber field such as we have for the 2017 Suzuki Series, that is a great ride. Glenn Scatchell take it away back there at the moment. But back to the front we go, and the charge is on, and down there at the moment with Dan Meadham, Mitch Rees, Sloane Frost. No changes, believe it or not, over that lap. Now that's the first time we've seen a lap that has not changed, but I tell you what, if you look at it, but almost those bikes coming side by side, it was almost a wheel change, but not to be that time. As we get the idea, Dan Meadham, see that? He's probably got the biggest gap he's had in the entire race because this has been where Mitch Rees has been the demon to push up through on the inside, and he's got better. Look, he exits that corner better than he enters the corner, and we go down to the hairpin, and he's a little bit closer to Meadham at the moment, so keeps the pressure on. Dan Meadham, Mitch Rees, Sloane Frost in there, back to Lee Johnson. Great race here, Spider. This one's far from over.
Oh, man, looking at the lap times, we've got 2 of the guys. We've got Daniel Meadham and Sloane Frost, the high 105s. The lap record is held by Horst Seiger there, a 105.1. We're way off that, but we've got 105.7 for Dan Meadham, 105.9 for Sloane Frost. We've got to go all the way back to 12th place before we get out of the 106s. So how tight is that? Everyone within a second. That's 10 bikes within 1 second, including in the 106s is Jamie Maindonald on the 77 machine. They come on to the front straight. We're 6 laps down, 7 laps down of 10. And Meadham stretches his lead. Can Mitch Rees come back? And Lee Johnson there in 4th place, just behind Sloane Frost here on the Suzukis. Wow, what excellent Formula 1 racing. The excellent day's racing all the way through.
And in fact, one change we can say that has occurred now, it's Scotty Moore. Whatever happened in that early part of the race when he overshot here on the entry into the front straight, that he made that mistake. He went from the race lead to go back to about 5th place. He then dropped further down to about 8th or 9th. He's fought his way back slowly, and whatever reason was that, it's certainly knocked his confidence, but he was regaining a lot of it and fighting his way back. So look out for the fast-flying man out there, the number 8. Remembering 2 different bikes last week, the Carl Vandermeer Builders supported Reliable Foundation, Suzuki Red Path Promoto, Dyno Lab, Taupo ASR, Kiwi Saver NZ, Suspension Tech, Pirelli RST, AGV, and a lot of good sponsors behind him. And isn't he flying so well? Great ride out there from Scott Moyer. 2 wins last weekend on that bike and on the bio bike, but I tell you what, it doesn't mean much at this stage when you're back in 6th place. So Dan Meadham, Mitch Rees and Sloane Chopper Frost are the flyers, and what a race out in front. The two of them, they've left the others behind. Lee Johnson, in fact, then keep your eyes on that next place. Hayden Fitzgerald out there ahead of Scott Moore. I'm expecting Scott to hound down Hayden Fitzgerald, but what a race in the front, Spider. Nothing between Dan and Mitch at the moment.
Yeah, no, Mitch has got his advantages in some place, but Dan Meadham comes on strong. Right now, there's probably 4 bike leaks between 1st and 2nd here at turn 3. Sloane Frost right into the grass. Sloane Frost, that's probably a misgear. Sloane Frost looks over his shoulder, so that's handed 3rd place to Lee Johnson. But right on the tail of Lee Johnson is Hayden Fitzgerald on the Blue Crew Yamaha and Scotty Moyer on the Carl Vandermeer Builders
I tell you what, that's lucky. That's a very dry and hard infield with the baked son of the Manawatu 37th day in a row Spider without any rain in the Manawatu. And I'll tell you what, he was lucky that was a hard track, because that could have been an off there. Went into it a little bit hotter problem again, maybe for the bucket. That just didn't look to be Sloane Frost to me. That looked to be something, please, I want to take. It's just the way it looked from a racing angle, but we'll maybe find out afterwards. So there you go. Bad luck, but good luck. The bad luck is he's lost a whole lot of placings. The good luck, he's still on the bike. He's still in the race. As we go back to the Dan Medal, Mitch Reeves battling. Look at that, starting to spread out a little bit here at the moment. Now, Taupo last week, you would have thought that might have been more for Dan Medal. The Auckland a little bit closer to home, done a little bit more racing there. Manfeild has not been around of nationals, in fact, only for one in the last 4 years, if my memory serves me correct. So there's not a lot of our national championship racing go on here at the circuit. So I might have thought that Dan would have been feeling lesser at home here, but I tell you what, he's certainly turning every post into a leading post at the moment. Spider with a great ride out there. Dan Medal, Mitch Reeves.
Oh yeah, same, the old man's out. Tony Reeves parked up there. He's standing on the tyres. This will be the first chance he's got to see his boy racing from not being behind. Oh, change of position there. Scotty goes from 5th up to 4th place there. A battle going into there, and that'll be with Hayden Fitzgerald. These are coming out of Higgins. 3 bikes here. Lee Johnson tucks up on the inside with a bright pink helmet. The white flag has been out for only a few seconds while all the bikes pass it. Here comes Lee Johnson fighting back there. Gets up here under power, but the other 2 guys just a little bit later on the break. It's going to be a drag to the line. It's Suzuki Honda. Who's it going to be? Enough time. Dan Madam takes the win. Ahead of Mitch Reeves there on number 6. Yamaha there in 3rd place with Hayden Fitzgerald. Lee Johnson pips. Who does he pip? Scotty Moyer, Hugan Boozum, Glenn Scatchell, Jamie Maindoddle there in 8th position, Adam Chambers there in 9th, a 105.771 for the quickest lap, and that's by Dan Metum there here for the Suzuki brought to you this class as well. We've been so busy we haven't had a chance really to